So why don't we start with Exhibit 1B. Actually, you know what? Hang on one second. You've already testified that the title that Alex Jones gave to this video, Connecticut School Massacre Looks Like False Flag Witnesses Say, was false, correct?
Yes, I think we talked about that.
Okay. And it's also true that as of the time Alex Jones went on the air, within 3 hours of the shooting, he had done zero to investigate the circumstances of the shooting, correct?
As of that date, right.
As of today's date, 10 years later, Alex Jones has done zero to investigate the circumstances of the San Diego shooting, correct?
I don't think he's personally done anything to investigate it, no.
Right. Let's play Exhibit 1B, please.
Now, I've got people calling with all sorts of information on this subject, but get a hold of your cousin when she settles down and get her to talk to us for any other information. We need to know, were there any drills that day or the day before? Did she know anything? Did she have anything about other shooters, or was it that she never saw the shooters?
Well, I had to ask them if it was supposedly too, because they have a lot of security at that school. You have to ring a doorbell in order to get into the school.
Yeah, of course, which is another side effect, yeah. For these federal model schools.
The thing that just scared the daylights out of me, I had to call right away, is I asked them, did they ever train for this? And my uncle said yes. Within this school year, since September, they have trained for incidents like this.
Well, that in and of itself isn't the proof of it, but they can use a drill to then bring in a patsy. It could just be a Prozac hit. We'll find out. God bless you, sir. I appreciate your call. Stay in contact.
Did you hear Alex Jones asking about whether there were any drills?
I did hear that, yes.
And the caller didn't say anything about that, right? That was Alex Jones, correct?
He did ask that question to the caller, yes.
And he talked about there could be a patsy, because he said they could use a drill to bring in a patsy, right?
I heard him say that, yes.
And a patsy is somebody who's being framed up for something they didn't do, right?
That's what it colloquially means to me, yes.
And that's what he meant.
Objection. Speculation. What he meant. She can't testify about the contents of his mind.
Okay. Yeah. Now, after our deposition, you at least knew that Alex Jones had talked about Sandy Hook on the day of the shooting, right?
Yes.
Okay. In the 5 months since, you didn't ask Alex Jones anything about his statements here, right?
I haven't spoken to Alex in that time period, so I didn't ask him anything.
You could have, right?
Objection.
Could I have called him?
Sure.
Assuming he was available and answered, sure, I could have called him.
Or assuming he wanted to tell you anything at all about what he said on the first day of the Sandy Hook shooting, right? He could have at any time.
I'm sure he could have.
All right. Later in the broadcast, he talks about the Reichstag fire. You know what that is?
I did review some information regarding that because he had mentioned it a couple of times.
Okay. You didn't know what that was before you became a corporate representative?
No.
The Reichstag fire is a claim that in the 1930s, the Nazis set a fire and blamed it on somebody else in order to seize control, right?
Yes.
Let's play Exhibit 1A.
I told them to put the news on at the barbershop, and they said, oh, I bet you're going to think it was an inside job. And I said, I'm not saying that it was, but I would have put it past them. And they were like, why would they kill innocent children? And I said, excuse me? I said, abortion, vaccines, and putting in the food and water. These people are Satanists.
Yeah, why did Hitler blow up the Reichstag to get control? Why did government stage these things to get our guns? I mean, why can't people people get that through their head?
I don't know. It's so frustrating. I live in New York City. We're not even allowed. You have to jump over like 300 buildings just to get a hunting rifle possession permit.
So here, within hours of the Sandy Hook shooting, Alex Jones is comparing the American government to the Nazis, correct?
Objection, that mischaracterizes it, Judge. Mischaracterizes the evidence, goes beyond it.
My interpretation of that was, that's an
Your
example.
interpretation. He compared, on the clip that we just saw, the American government being responsible for staging Sandy Hook to the Nazis, correct?
I don't know if I used the word compare, but he was raising this as an example of false flags.
Why do governments stage these things to get our guns? Why can't people get that through their head? That's what he said, right?
That's what he said, yes.
Let's play Exhibit 1E.
So was that 1E, sir?
E.
They have hit the ground running in a build-up, and I said, this is the attack. Look, people got to find the clips the last 2 months. I said, they are launching attacks. They're getting ready. I can see them warming up with Obama. They've got a bigger majority in the Congress now, in the Senate. They are going to come after our guns, look for mass shootings. And then magically it happens. They are coming. They are coming. They are coming. They've already taken over healthcare. The premiums are doubling. They're bankrupting that. They already shipped GM to China. They are going to gut this country. They're going to shut down the power plants. They're going to bankrupt us. They are re-educating us. Just like we were Ukrainians and they're Russians. They want us bankrupt. They want the counties and the cities bankrupted and federalized. The feds themselves run by globalists. What does the new magazine say? You can get it by subscribing. You can get 12 issues. Great way. This man wants your guns. And I break down here, they're declaring war on the Second Amendment, period. They are declaring war on the Second Amendment, period. They are coming after our Second Amendment. It is happening. They want to kill America in 2013. That is their goal. That is what they want. They are moving to do it. Send your tips to Real Alex Jones on Twitter. Tell me what you think. Comment in the articles. I'll be reading what you're saying. We'll have more reports Sunday 4 to 6 and more reports tonight on the Nightly News 7 o'clock. PrisonPlanet.tv.
Is that the first time you've ever seen that?
Yes, I've never seen that before.
And he tells his audience that they want to kill this country. You heard that?
That's what he said, yes.
They want to destroy the Second Amendment, right?
That's what he says.
They want to gut this country. Did you hear that one?
That's what he says.
They are coming, they are coming, they are coming, right?
That's what he said.
And to Alex Jones's audience of hundreds of millions, he's telling his audience that because he wants them to believe that, right?
Objection.
I can't testify.
And the they who want to kill this country, who want to attack the Second Amendment, who want to take their guns, the they are the people who staged this thing, right?
The people he's alleging staged Sandy Hook?
Right.
I think by they he meant the government, but I can't tell from looking at the video.
And the they that he ended up saying staged Sandy Hook were the families you see right here, right?
I can't say that from watching this video, no.
Oh, no. But you know that from watching other videos, that he called these families actors, correct?
I know he has used the term actors in
Right.
relation to some of the families.
That they were part of this plot, correct?
I have watched videos in which that's alleged, yes.
Right. And so